Welcome back to TechNoPhobia. Now, as we mentioned before the break, you can ask us your questions via email, telephone, and, of course, via webcam.
And to kick off this feature, let's take our very first webcam call. It's Pat from Scottsdale. Pat, thanks so much for joining us on the inaugural show here of TechNoPhobia. What's on your mind?
Well, when I have time after work, I like to play internet games.
Don't we all?
Cox's high-speed internet connection just works so well with those. But the one thing I hate is all the pop-up ads. They're so annoying.
They certainly are, and they're just getting worse, aren't they?
Yes.
Well, before we show you a couple of different ways you can stop them, let's talk a little bit about why they're so prevalent. Let me ask you a pointed question here. Since most of the content you use on the internet is free, would you be willing to start paying an access charge as opposed to seeing these pop-up ads?
I don't think so.
Probably not. So they're probably not going to be going away anytime soon, but we may have some ways to help you here.
Yeah, because that's what most people think. They're not really willing to pay for that extra content. You know, that's kind of why those things exist. So, we can show you a couple ways of how to get those things blocked. The first is kind of a pretty radical way. It involves going in and disabling something in Internet Explorer, and it's called disabling Java. It's, like I said, very radical, and it does take care of pop-ups, but it can have some downsides.
Yeah, most pop-up ads use a scripting language such as Java to launch. That's what causes those things to pop up on your screen. So you can actually tell your internet browser not to run any scripts, not just Java, but any of the scripts that they use by going into some settings here. So we're going to take you through that here step by step. If you open your Internet Explorer up, click on Tools, and then go to Internet Options. You want to click over onto the Security tab, and then down at the bottom there you'll see a Custom Level tab. Now you got to scroll down almost to the bottom of this list of security settings and look for something that's titled Scripting, and then you'll see Active Scripting right underneath that. Click on Disable, which we're not going to do here because if we do, then we can't show you how these pop-ups or how these systems work. So, but basically you click on Disable and say OK, and that will basically take care of all of those pop-up ads, but there is a major downside to doing that.
Oh, no.
Yeah, there is. So you got to really think about this before you do this.
Yeah, not only will it disable those pop-ups, but it also disables all kinds of functions on the internet. Your ability to participate with e-commerce, online banking sites, even chat rooms, and probably those very games you're trying to play, a lot of them won't function properly because you've disabled the way they work.
You know those cute little mouse overs when your mouse kind of flies over something and stuff pops up and changes?
Right.
Those are all scripts. So if you turn that off, none of that stuff, navigation, a lot of those things may stop working. So
okay.
A little bit more conventional approach is to install a pop-up ad killer, and there's lots and lots of those out there available on the internet, lots of them for free.
Yeah, there are dozens of them out there. Most of them are free or are fairly inexpensive. But one that we've tested and found to be quite effective is a program called No Ads, and of course it's free. Let's show you how it works here. The company that makes this South-based software, if you go to their website, and we'll have a link to this on ours, so don't worry about writing this stuff down right at the moment, but you can see they're talking about No Ads here. And the way it works and the way all these pop-up killers will work is you load a program that's down here. If you look down in the clock area, what they call the sys tray, you'll see a little icon for No Ads. And what happens is it loads a program that monitors every window that opens. And so whenever a pop-up opens for the first time that you see it, you simply go into the interface, highlight the thing that you want it to kill, click on Add to Targets, and from that point on, you'll never ever see that pop-up, that particular company's pop-up ever again, no matter whose site you're on.
Now, of course, you're going to see them one time, so you do have to deal with that pain, but one time is probably not so bad as opposed to trying to disable everything and probably disabling what you're trying to do in the first place.
Absolutely.
So. Right.
How many credit cards do we really need, right?
Right.
How many ads do we need to see on that? So that's a fairly effective method, and we've got a bunch of others, so we've got a whole selection of programs that we've got posted at our website, so check that out.
Absolutely. To get the free download, step-by-step instructions, how to disable scripting, just surf on over to datadoctors.com/TV, and remember, if you want to be on TV with us, click on the Participate link and get your webcam ready.
And by the way, you will not find any pop-ups at our site, so you'll be safe there.
That's
all right?
Does that help out there?
Yes, thanks so much.
Hey, thanks for being on with us, Pat. Appreciate it now.
You're very welcome.
All right, so now if you hate poorly written emails as much as we do, you need to stick around so we can give you the scoop on how to create poetic, inspiring, and award-winning emails. Stay tuned.